Nearly half a century ago, Walter Holland set up a pharmacy in the small town of Columbia, Tennessee.
What is your title, Walter?
You can call me anything from chief cook to bottle washer to pharmacist in charge, president of the corporation, or just anything you want to call me will do.
And for nearly half a century, Walter Holland has been the living embodiment of a small-town pharmacist.
We are with them and happy for them when major events occur in their lives. We weep with them when they lose their loved ones. You get involved with people, you get to know them, you get to love them.
But these days, Holland's town isn't so small. Columbia now holds 40,000 people. That growth has shielded Holland from what faces many of his peers in much smaller towns.
A developing story with twists and turns.
Keith Mueller runs the Rural Policy Research Institute at the University of Iowa. His team just released a report that found rural areas have lost 10% of their pharmacies in roughly the last 2 decades.
When you're talking to a researcher, we love to say it's complex and there are lots of variables that account for it.
We've reported in the past on the uncertain future of rural hospitals. Nearly 200 have closed since 2005. But the most rural areas have the fewest resources throughout healthcare. Fewer medical centers, fewer primary care physicians, fewer pharmacies.
The loss of population base is going to affect everyone. The Walgreens I go to, they've had to close on certain days because they simply don't have enough people.
Mueller points to population and changes to reimbursement rates from insurance providers, Medicare and Medicaid. A Walgreens or CVS with a pharmacy can lean on income from other areas. Pharmacies that stand alone often can't.
Whether it's John Doe's pharmacy or it is an outlet that's part of a chain, maybe it's a pharmacy within the grocery store, it's still part of the fabric of that community.
Walter Holland doesn't need to worry. About that, anyway. His town has a hospital. Its population has been rising for a century. Even in the presence of bigger name options, Holland's pharmacy continues to thrive. It's why he believes, unlike many in his field, he will continue to chart his course as a small-town pharmacist in a not-so-small town.
I told my wife back when we were dating, back in the dark ages, that it was my intent to work as long as the Lord gave me enough strength and enough mind to work. And so far I'm still at it. I still enjoy it, and I love my customers.
In Columbia, Tennessee, I'm Matt Pearl.